Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has lost support here and might now be in this fifth wave that we talked about in the previous video. Obviously, we broke out of this range, broke out of this ascending broadening wedge here yesterday, came down quite strongly. We're probably about to enter very shortly this yellow support area, which is for the wave 4 between 20k and 21.2k. And within this wave 4, we have an A wave, in my opinion, a B wave up, and we're now heading down in a C wave. If we talk about targets for the C wave, let's just refresh that. We take a look at the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave, and we get a target for the C wave around 20,870. That's quite an important target here for a C wave, yeah, the 1.618 extension. Now, looking at the subwaves now, because that's another way of calculating target, is we take a look at the move down here and we say, okay, we probably had a wave 1 here, and this was a wave 2. And then within this wave 3 now, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and complete, yeah, and we're now probably heading down in the fifth wave. Now, the way this looks to me, if I go to the 15-minute chart, and again, this is micro counting, we could say that wave 4 was here as a running flat, A, B, C, and this was already a wave 1 and a wave 2 of the wave 5. We came down in the wave 3 of the wave 5 and might just come down a little bit lower. If we measure again the target that you get here for a fifth wave, then we take the length of the wave 1, 2, 3. We go to the high of the wave 4, and we get to, let me just double check that. We took the 1, length 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then you get targets here. We can refresh them. So I give you the key target again here. 21,426 would be one support, and then 21,107 plus minus a few dollars depending on the exchange. These are sort of key targets, yeah, that you would expect for a fifth wave. Now, the way it looks to me is that we might not come down in this fifth wave below the 21,424 level, but we'll see. Certainly, it doesn't at the moment look like as if the trend was finished to the downside. Also, very important, I mentioned to you in the previous video, take a look at this impulse channel. We knew in the previous video already the low of the wave 1 and the low of the third wave. So we could estimate the end of the fourth, or at least where we could see a reaction. Yeah, I mean, it is possible to count this as a wave 4 triangle as well. That's possible. So possibly the wave 4 ended here, not here, and we had an Elliott Wave triangle, and this is now the wave 5. It wouldn't change anything really without with regards to the targets, but typically what you see is that the wave 4 ends where this channel, where it hits the channel. So maybe it might make sense to move the wave 4 here. We would still get a wave 5 down. And what you sometimes get is the wave 5 end where the channel ends, but I'm not too sure. This would be quite far away, really. I mean, when we talk about here 20,980 maybe. It's possible though, but it would be a very strong wave 5. And yeah, we'll see. Just highlighting that. But then very shortly, I would expect the wave 4 to start here. Probably go a bit lower, yeah, then the wave 4 to start, and then coming down in a wave 5. And I gave you already a target of around 20,800 based on measuring the length of the C wave. So it's all happening. It's good that it's happening. We see a clearer wave 4. I don't trust shallow wave 4s, even though we see them quite often. Especially a wave 4 range can be frustrating. I mean, we all know that here on this channel. A wave 4 is frustrating. A wave 4 is frustrating because it can be a triangle. Triangles can be very boring. Also here, again, you know, we saw it here today, wave 4, boring. We just moved sideways for half a day or so. But obviously this is sort of now a lower time frame count, so you don't expect these moves to play out for a very long time. But yeah, they can be sideways, they can be triangles, they can be flat patterns, especially if we talk about running flats. they can fake you out, you know, they are also boring sideways action. And well, at least we see some movement here. We broke below 21.7k, that was local support, and I think we're now heading down a bit lower. Talk to you about support areas, and then very importantly, somewhere in this yellow wave 4 support area, I do expect the market to turn, to move back to the upside. Well, okay, I don't expect it, but based on the count, it would be ideal, because then we're holding a wave 4 and the wave 5 could take us into the 27 to 28k range. Really only when this 5 wave move up that started back in December, when this 5 wave move up is complete, only then we have solid 5 waves up, and the move down will then be a stress test. Yeah, we can then count this as a wave 1. We can count the move down as wave 2 ideally, and if we hold wave 2 support, which I currently estimate would be sort of in the region around 18k, 18.5k, then it could set up a Bitcoin for a move up into the 40 to 50k region in a third wave. That could then also, and this wave 2, you know, if it holds support, it could end the bear market. It could be the confirmation we need that the bear market has ended. At the moment, we just purely can't say it, as per the previous videos, which doesn't mean it couldn't have ended. Yeah, it could, but there is at the moment in the price structure no way of knowing that the bear market has ended. And I'm still skeptical, so the downside risk is still very much there, which is why these current retracements are so important. So if the bulls can really hold this wave 4 area here, which goes down to 20k, and put a wave 5 in, that would be a very important step. But really we won't know until we come down after this 5th wave into a wave 2, hold support, and will move up from then. Obviously, it doesn't mean you have to wait until you have all the confirmation steps in place with trading. Absolutely not. That's an individual decision. I will, at the moment, again, you know, I'm starting to scale in again here, sort of in these pullback areas. Maybe trade a little bit the wave 5 and then scale in into the wave 2. And when we have a confirmed low in place, you know, it's time to be a bit more aggressive for upside into the 40 to 50k region. That will be a very, very crucial retracement. And it will give us really a strong clue about what Bitcoin is going to do maybe in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 months. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.